This next song is a song that I wrote for my father. When I was a little boy, I was born in Oklahoma. My parents were from Oklahoma, and during World War II my father went up to Richland, Washington, where they were building what was called the Hanford plant. The Hanford plant was a nuclear reactor that made the plutonium for the Fat Man bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki, Japan. And he worked as a chemical handler in the plant. And he died rather prematurely in his 50s. And he never got to hear any of the songs that I wrote or the recordings that I made, and never got to see either one of his grandchildren. And so I wrote this song, I guess, for myself and maybe for my children, so they'd have some idea of what it might have been. I used to live in Richland, Washington. My daddy worked at the Hanford plant. My daddy came from Oklahoma. He made plutonium at the Hanford plant. He made plutonium in Richland, Washington. Bought our groceries, paid our rent. It was a pretty little town, that Richland, Washington, where my daddy worked at the Hanford plant. I started school in Richland, Washington, where my daddy worked at the Hanford plant. There were apple trees up there in Washington, Columbia River, Grand Coulee Dam. We went to church in Richland, Washington, where my daddy worked at the Hanford plant. It's been so long since Richland, Washington, where my daddy worked at the Hanford plant. Now my little boys say, what's plutonium? What is this thing at the Hanford plant? Where is this place, this Richland, Washington, this Columbia River, this Coulee Dam? Who was this man in Richland, Washington? Who was this man we have never seen?